Hello you guys, welcome back to another vlog and welcome to my final reset video of 2025. That's crazy. I can't believe I just said that. But we are doing our December reset in this video and I am so excited about it. I am filming this fairly early so that I can film it and edit it and hopefully have it scheduled before Thanksgiving. So right now it is in fact the 24th of November. So this month has not completely finished yet as far as I'm concerned and when I'm filming, but hopefully it will give you guys a general idea of what I want December to look like and what November has been like so far for me. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now, it's not gonna be much of a vlog. It's gonna just be me yapping at you guys and kind of telling you guys what's been on my mind and what I want December to be for myself. So if you are into that at all, feel free to just listen to this like a podcast and do other things or do whatever you wanna do to kind of get reset for a new month. I am itching and ready to start December off and I think December is gonna be one of my favorite months this year. I also made myself a cup of Joffrey's hot chocolate, courtesy of Kendall getting me this for my birthday or Christmas or something. I think it was last year, maybe it was the year before that because I was in Disney last year. So it was probably the year before that and I have savored that box of hot chocolate and I have finally used up my last one and it's making me so sad. But it is what it is because I'm still drinking it out of my cutie little Christmas mini mug that I got from TJ Maxx in my last video and this is giving me life because I don't drink hot coffee in any shape or form because it just bothers my stomach for some reason, like it goes straight through me. But iced coffee is fine, so I have iced coffee generally, but I was in the mood for something a little bit warm and cozy and hot chocolate is generally my go-to mood for that and this is just giving me so much life and so much serotonin and I love it so much. So cheers, get yourself a cutie little drink or snack or something because we're gonna be here for a minute and let's get into this little monthly reset. I wanted to try something a little bit different for my standard monthly recap section because generally I just kind of spitball the things that have happened throughout the month and talk about things that I wanted to have happen but didn't, things that I've accomplished, things that I haven't accomplished, highs, lows, those kinds of things. I just kind of like yap at you guys and I wanted to do something a little bit different, a little bit more structured, in depth because this is the last reset video of 2025 and so I wanted to go out with a bang. So a couple of days ago actually, one of my favorite content creators, Carter Sullivan here on YouTube, she makes the greatest content. It's just like slow living, lifestyle, productivity, those kinds of things. I got into her because of her Disney vlogs, as one does. And she actually posted something 3 years ago. Her own December reset video came up and I was like, you know, I'm already gonna be filming one for myself next week. I might as well just get some inspiration now. And so I watched her video. For her like monthly reflection, monthly recap section that she does, she used a journal prompt of sorts with a bunch of different smaller questions. And I decided to do that myself because it's a little bit more in depth, it's a little bit more structured, and it's like pointed questions and really kind of showcases all the things that have happened throughout the month in a much better, more organized way than me just like yapping at you guys. So I'm going to talk about my own version of that journal prompt that she made, starting with what did I accomplish? I accomplished a lot of things, largely booking things, which is funny because we are getting married next year. And so all of the things that I've accomplished are like big things that have been booked and out of the way and are ready for whenever wedding day rolls around or wedding related things. So first thing that I ended up accomplishing was our engagement photo session. We have that booked with our wedding photographer and I'm so excited about it because it's one of my Clemson friends. I met her through the Clemson Photography Club and she's going to be our wedding photographer as well. And I'm so excited to work with her professionally because she's just the sweetest human being and getting to actually like be in front of her camera instead of her telling me how to use my camera. It's going to be so much fun and I'm so excited about it. Ironically enough, we've been together for 8 years now and my fiance and I have not had professional photos done other than our PhotoPass engagement photos. So I'm excited about it. It's gonna be a lot of fun because he is very much an introvert and I am like, let's take some pictures and he's like, I don't know about that. But it's gonna be a lot of fun to get those engagement photos back and we're going to one of my favorite locations to do it. So it's gonna be so cute and so fun. That is happening in January. So I'm really excited about that and have that booked and out of the way. I booked 2 vacations, which is kind of wild. Next fall is going to be a time and a half, but it's because we're doing our bachelorette trip, which I have booked. That's part of one of these like accomplishment things. I've also got the wedding itself and then the next month we're doing our honeymoon. So we booked both the bachelorette and the honeymoon this month and it's so exciting because both of them are Disney related. I'm so excited about it. And in my last video, in my Unemployed Diaries video, we booked our bachelorette trip to Walt Disney World. So stay tuned for those chaotic vlogs next September because it's going to be a crazy, crazy time with my girls. But I'm glad that I at least have the hotel booked and out of the way. We still have to get our park tickets, but I'm waiting for a little bit of like a discounted something from wherever it ends up being from, whether it's just like lower prices on the Disney website or getting them from maybe Zeke's work. My fiance has like a benefits package thing going on. So I'm still waiting to get our like actual park tickets just to kind of see what ends up happening as far as like discounted and deals stuff goes. But our actual like countdown for the vacation itself is on. The other thing that we ended up accomplishing is booking our honeymoon. We're going on a cruise in November and I'm so excited about it. It's actually the end of November, beginning of December. So it's basically a year out from right now when you're watching this, like in exactly a year as you're watching this right now. If you're watching this on the day that it's posted, we will be on our cruise next year, which is crazy, but we are doing a Disney cruise and it's gonna be so fun. I'm not gonna be vlogging it. My fiance doesn't love to be on the vlog, so it's just gonna be something for me, but we are doing a Disney cruise to the Western Caribbean and I am so excited about it. I am like giddy because I've been wanting to do a Disney cruise for years and years now. So we're actually getting to cross that off my bucket list and I am thrilled beyond belief about that. So those are the things that I wrote down as my accomplishments for the month. The next question in this monthly reflection is, what are you proud of? This is a loaded question for me because a lot of things happened this month that I wasn't entirely excited about. I have felt a little bit stagnant in regards to my just like personal life and my professional life too, but something that I am proud of is reading more often. I have talked about this before in vlogs before, but I used to really hate reading, largely because of classes that I took in high school and I had to read so many books that I hated in such a little time that I completely got burnt out and like felt a visceral reaction to picking up a book for leisure up until 2 months ago. And I started reading like avidly again. And I used to love reading like in middle school and early high school before I took my advanced classes, and that kind of, you know, took that part of my heart away for a little while. It like locked it up, but it has recently been unlocked and I have found my love of reading again and I'm so excited about it. Something that I am proud of is reading more often, getting off of my screens more often, and it has been so fulfilling for me. And another thing that I'm proud of is getting back on my application game because I am going on February to November is 10 months. So we're at almost month 11 of not being employed anymore because I haven't been employed since my Disney College program because I really thought that I'd be able to get a full-time professional corporate America job with my degree after I left my college program, and I have been sorely mistaken. I have been getting back onto my application game. However, I am aware, this is something that I'm not super proud of, I am aware that I have to do a little bit more outreach regarding the applications because I do apply, but then it's just a resume and a stack of resumes that they've been looking through. So I need to do a little bit better about like actually reaching out and finding connections and humans to actually look at my resume. So that's something I'm working on, but I am proud of myself for actually getting back onto my applications because in September and October, I completely fell off of them. I was so unmotivated. So that has been something that I am like low-key proud of myself for. Next question, what challenged you? A lot of things, actually. This month was a lot of mental stress on me. That's one of the first things that I put on here was just stress in general because I'm thinking about the whole job side of things. I'm thinking about the wedding. I'm thinking about content things because I'm feeling a touch burnt out on content creation. So like I'm feeling a little bit of the like residual effects of the start of burnout. So that mixed with just unmotivation in general, which is another thing that I put on here, has been very mentally taxing for me, but we're getting through it. We're living life. It's a fun time around here, usually. That's what I'm gonna say about that for right now. Another thing that has challenged me is keeping up with my good habits. In October, was really good about like waking up before 8 o'clock, not checking my phone first thing in the morning, you know, going outside maybe once or twice a day, just kind of feeling the sun on my face and not like being cooped up inside all the time. I was just doing a lot better at my like normal daily habit things in October, and that might be because of the fact that the time change happened this month. So I'm not like going outside after my fiance is done with work with him as long as I usually do. Like I used to go to pickleball with him in a local park with him a couple days a week whenever he would come back from work, and we would have a good hour-long pickleball session. But when he comes home now, it's like dusk time, so we can't really go outside and like spend time together after work. So I'm having to do that on my own, and I'm still trying to figure out a way to keep myself, I don't know if motivated is the right word, but like give myself time outside and like touch grass instead of being cooped up in the apartment all the time. I think that's really deteriorating my mental health. It's kind kind of like shaving off little pieces at a time. And so yeah, that's a good habit that I used to have in October that I no longer have, largely because of just like extenuating circumstances. But yeah, and then lastly on that list is something kind of random. I have had challenges with eating my vegetables. I feel like a child when I say that, but I am a very picky eater. I don't really love a whole ton of vegetables. I like green beans, I like carrots, I like corn, I like asparagus when it's cooked correct, same with cauliflower, and that's basically it. So eating my vegetables as someone that doesn't love to cook and someone that lives with someone that also doesn't love to cook, we eat a lot of frozen vegetables and frozen things, and that mixed with the fact that I don't love a lot of vegetables anyway is kind of a challenge for me. So I don't know if it's childish or not, but like it's something that I struggle with this month specifically, because I used to like eat my carrots and eat my green beans and that would be my vegetables, but I would still get vegetables, and I've been struggling with that lately. So yeah, those are the challenges that I face this month. On a higher note, things that I am grateful for. First thing is having cozy evenings. Because of the time change, it gets dark a little earlier, so we have a little bit more of a cozy evening time. And it's really nice to kind of just like snuggle up under a blanket, read a book, watch a movie, watch a show with my fiance, play games. It's just been really fun to kind of romanticize the evenings more. Another thing that I'm grateful for is my free time, because since I am unemployed, I have all the time in the world during the day, and I feel like I'm gonna definitely take that for granted once I do have a job. And it's weighing on my sanity not having a job and not having stuff to do, but at the same time I have so much free time to basically do whatever I want. So I am feeling grateful for that this month for sure. And then the last thing is something that I am obviously grateful for, and that is my partner. He has been my rock through this whole unemployment process. He's been really helping to kind of lift up my spirits, and he's just the most amazing guy. And the fact that like he has a great job that can like sustain the both of us comfortably, and we even have money enough set aside to like save every month vigorously, it's the biggest blessing in the world. So yeah, those are the things I'm grateful for. I feel a wishy-washy now. The next question on here is, how did you rest this month? I thought this was an interesting question to include, but it makes sense because obviously all the things are happening, especially in my point in my life right now where like I'm looking for a job, I'm planning a wedding, I'm doing all of these other things. So finding time to rest is really important. And one of those things that I put down was reading. It was basically a reiteration of something that I'm proud of, but reading in the evenings has been really nice to help my brain kind of chill out for a little while, because my brain never turns off. I have, I think, undiagnosed anxiety a little bit, so the fact that my brain is just always talking and doing stuff and like thinking about things, reading allows my brain to turn off and actually like enjoy a different world and like get kind of engrossed in something that isn't my own life, which has been really nice to kind of keep my mind off of all of the other things that are going on. Oh, and also spending more quality time evenings with Zeke, my fiance, because of the fact that, like I said, time change made it so that at 5 o'clock it's sundown and we can't do much outside. So having actual like longer evenings with Zeke has been really nice. So yeah, that's another thing. The last question in this November reflection is, what did I learn? I learned, and I'm trying to still learn this, my brain sometimes still reverts back to old habits, but I learned that I am not behind. It's been something that I've tried to like grapple with recently because of the fact that I've been unemployed for so long. I feel like I'm just behind in my personal professional life. Obviously I'm not behind as far as this, like this is very socially normal for my age and my time of my life, but not having a job has been detrimental for me in a couple of ways recently. So learning that I'm not behind, my dream job is coming, has really helped me. So yeah, that's something that I learned this month that I'm still trying to learn, but it's something that I have really been thinking about a lot lately. Carter also included a couple of word of the month prompts in the end of her reflection, so I wanted to do that too. My word of the month for this past year has been love, because I have felt so loved, not only by my fiance, obviously, and my friends and family and all of that, but like I'm starting to love myself more. Like I'm learning a newfound love for myself. I don't know if that makes any sense at all, but like I'm not gonna get too into it because I don't want my battery to die and have this just be like a random therapy session, but I've started to feel a lot more self-love too. So that was my word of the month for November. As far as my word for next month, I have an honorable mention here, but my main word for next month is going to be full, because my heart is going to be full from seeing all of my friends and family for the holidays, and also my schedule is very full because we're going to be going dress shopping next month for my wedding. Super crazy and exciting. Obviously we're doing all kinds of holiday get-togethers and stuff too, and I am just so excited to fill my calendar with all of the meet and greets and all of my family and friends that I haven't seen in a long time. So that is it for my November reflection. I think we we made it. My camera is about to die, so I'm gonna go change the battery real fast and we're gonna get into the next part of this reset. Next, we're going to talk about my November goals, and I'm so excited to talk about them because I have achieved so much this month. Like probably the most goals achieved in a single month since I've restarted doing my monthly reset videos. So I'm going to come over here. I'm gonna make sure that my face is back in focus, and I'm going to put all of my goals and stuff over here so that I can show you guys all the things that I accomplished. So first thing that I wanted to do was apply to 20 jobs. I did that and I'm very proud of it. Have I gotten any responses from them? No, not yet as I'm filming this right now, but I still applied to them, which I think is a win. So that is a first goal checked off. Second goal was having no missed YouTube uploads, and as long as this video goes up on time, that one is also checked off too. I've posted 3 videos so far this month, and this is going to be the 4th one, and as of right now I haven't missed anything, which is amazing. I also wanted to post a short form video once a week. I have done this, which is really exciting. If you haven't followed me over on TikTok specifically, I've been starting my short form grind a little bit at a time, starting with one platform and kind of getting my groove of it, and then going to start introducing other platforms along with it. Like this week I plan on posting all of the videos that I've been posting on TikTok over on YouTube Shorts. Instagram still kind of scares me, but we're going to post again on YouTube Shorts, so that's gonna be really exciting and fun. But yeah, I've been posting daily over on TikTok, which is actually really great. I've started a new series trying to post every single day for the rest of the year, and it's been really fun to kind of get little glimpses of my day in my videos and post them. I just have felt very perfectionistic about my short form stuff. I want to plan them out as much as I plan out my long form stuff, and in reality it doesn't take a whole lot to post over there, so I've just kind of taken off the pressure and just posted stuff, and it's been really, really nice to get my groove over there on TikTok again. So I have posted at least 1 time a week over on TikTok. I've actually posted 7 times more than the actual like goal says, so I'm pretty proud of myself for that. Next thing that I wanted to do for goals was read 3 books. I've read 4, which is really good. I think I read The Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst. I also read the sequel to that, The Enchanted Greenhouse. So those 2 were kind of a 2-in-1 situation. I also read The Christmas Tree Farm by Laurie Gilmore, the 3rd book in the Dream Harbor series. And then I also read The Honeycrisp Inn, which was really cute and fun and like a good Thanksgiving time read too, which was really nice. So all 4 of those books have been finished. I need to find another book to read because I haven't read in a couple of days and I'm starting to feel my sanity go haywire again. But for now, I can say that I have finished 4 books fully, and I'm gonna start a 5th one soon, which is really good. So I have exceeded that expectation. Another thing that I wanted to do was start our wedding registry. We have in fact done this. We're in the very beginning stages of it, but we are starting to kind of piece together some things that we want to include, which has been really fun. And then my last goal for the month of November was to create a savings plan for my bachelorette trip, and I have in fact done this. I have a deadline, an expected time in which I will have all of the money saved for the bachelorette trip, and that is all said and done. So I have accomplished every single goal in November, and I feel like that is something to really, really, really relish in. The next thing that I want to do for this reset video is actually more of a yearly task. I want to do like a 2025 year audit of all of the elements of my life that I feel are my highest priority. I wrote down categories of my life that I feel are most important to me, and we're basically just going to rate them out of 10 and then write a little blurb about why I rated it the way that I did, and hopefully we get a little bit of a glimpse into my subconscious mind of things that I can potentially use as goals for the coming month to basically wrap up the year in a little bow. So let's get into this life year audit and see where we are. life audit is completed. We're going to just read out all the things that I wrote down in here. First section was personal development. I rated this a 6 out of 10. The reasoning for this is largely because I don't have a whole ton of local friendships. I actually don't have any local friendships here right now. I am very much an introvert, so finding people and meeting people that are for friends is really hard for me, especially in somewhere where I don't have a job. Like, I'm potentially even going to be working remotely and won't have any like local friendships. So that's been the reason why this section is particularly low, but I have enjoyed my time alone, and living with my parents over the spring and part of the summer was kind of hard. So having the autonomy and the freedom has been really nice. So yeah, that's my personal development section. Next was professional development. I rated this a 2 out of 10 because yes, I finished my college program, which was so much fun. I finished that at the beginning of February, so barely in 2025, but still, since then I've not been employed. Obviously, we've talked about this. I'm not going to try and beat the dead horse here, but my quote on here that I wrote was obviously unemployed. So that's enough said there. Another reason why my professional development is so low is because I feel like personally, I'm not using LinkedIn to its full potential. I'm not asking to connect with people regularly. I'm also not using the LinkedIn premium version. I'm only using the light version or the free version. So I feel like I need to really invest more time into LinkedIn and using connections instead of just using it to search for jobs, because in this day and age, everybody and their mother is using LinkedIn for job searches. So I'm just basically a needle in a haystack to find. So I need to start using LinkedIn to its full potential for using its connections and like messaging people and actually talking to people for professional development things. So that's that section. Next is physical health and wellness. I rated this a 6 out of 10, largely because I have started actually getting out and about and actually wanting to do a physical hobby, which is so fun. Pickleball sessions is the first thing that I put on here, and then I also put something that I need to work on, which is to start an actual workout routine, because I'm not really doing strength training or working out at all, and I am noticing myself gaining a couple of pounds, and like I'm just very hyper aware of it. Like my clothes aren't fitting as well as they used to, so it's just been kind of hard mentally for me. So I need to figure out an actual workout routine and stick to it, because I am getting married next year, so that's going to be kind of like a external motivator for me, I think, to actually start a workout routine. So we're going to try and see if I can at least maybe start one this month and see where we go. Next was relationships. I rated this an 8 out of 10. First bullet, feeling so happy with Zeke and I's relationship. I'm not going to go into any more detail. I just am the happiest that I've ever been in my whole life with him. So living together has been so amazing for us. We've been long distance for 7 years or 7.5 years when we moved in, and we're going on 5 months of living together, and it has just been the most fun time. And our relationship is at an all-time high as far as strength and foundation. So that is going very well. Things that I want to work on as far as relationships go: I need to call my parents more and not have them just call me all the time. I need to actually do the reaching out, because it feels probably to them like a one-way street a little bit, so I need to reach out a little bit more. And I want to get closer to my future in-laws, because I'm not super close with them, even though I've been with my fiance now for 8 years now. We're gonna be part of each other's lives forever, so I need to get a little bit closer to them. Next section is finance. I rated this a 9 out of 10. The reason why it's not a 10 out of 10 is because I am personally not contributing. Other than that, it's a 10 out of 10 experience. Emergency fund is basically finished, and I'm just thankful that Zeke can support us fully. So next is social/fun. Rated this an 8 out of 10 because I've been reading more, getting more into like more traditional hobbies that don't include screens, which is really good, but I need to stay consistent with them, and I am feeling slight content burnout because this is a main hobby of mine, and because I'm trying to be very consistent with it, it's starting to kind of eat away at me a little bit. And then lastly is my physical environment. I'm reading this a 10 out of 10 because living on my own has been so nice. Not having roommates other than my partner, like that's the ideal roommate, is your partner. 10 out of 10 experience, loving our apartment and living with him. I'm also loving having my own office, my own space to myself, and we've truly made the place feel like our first home instead of it being like our apartment and then we go home to our parents. Like that's not a feeling that we feel anymore. So that is my whole life audit for the year. I feel pretty proud of myself. Other than the professional development stuff, everything is fairly well off. So I'm pretty proud of myself for that. Now that we've reflected on my November goals as well as my whole year life audit, we're going to start working on my December specific goals. I'm going to use my November goals and my life audit that I just did as kind of a blueprint to what my December goals are going to be. I know for a fact that they're going to be fairly easy to achieve so that I feel accomplished at the end of the month, because obviously December is a crazy time for a lot of people, and I know that I'm not going to be quite as consistent with them because of that. that. So I want to try and balance the line a little bit between things that are really good and helpful while also feeling accomplished at the same time. So let's get into some December goals and see what we come up with. To write out my goals for the month instead of doing it on Notion like I normally do, because we are still in the middle of November as I'm filming this right now. I want to still use my November setup before it's time for me to transition into December. So I have these written out so that I can talk to you guys about them and so that I can have them for future reference for whenever it's time to add them to my Notion page. So for December goals, I have them split up into 4 different categories. First category is content related goals. I want to post 3 long form YouTube videos this month. I know for a fact that I'm not going to be posting the last week of the month because I am going to be with family and I don't see myself doing the 12 days of Vlogmas or anything like that like I did last year. Last year was a one-off thing. It was so much fun last year to do it, but because I was somewhere that had a lot of things to do all the time, it was really easy to figure out ideas versus being home and not really having a whole ton of things to show you guys that aren't personal things. Like my family and obviously my fiance doesn't really love to be on my vlogs, so I just don't see a reason to stress myself out over filming and editing and stuff for every other day, because it was a little bit of a stressor for me last year. Even though I enjoyed so much of it, having it filmed and edited and everything was kind of stressful. So we're not going to be doing 12 days of Vlogmas or Vlogmas of any kind, but I do still want to get my weekly uploads up until the end of the year, and then the last week I'm going to take off, just so you guys know. So I do want to post 3 long form videos. That was kind of a long-winded way to say that, but that is a goal of mine. As far as TikTok short form goals, I want to keep up with my daily TikToks that I've been doing, and I would love to get to 1.8K over on TikTok. Right now I have 1.6, and my standard like monthly growth has been between like 50 and 75 people that have subscribed, or not subscribed, followed me over on TikTok recently. So if you haven't, go follow me over there because I would love you forever. But regardless, hopefully my daily posts will help a little bit with that and kind of boost it a little bit. So we'll see about that. But that is a number that I would love to hit. If I don't, it's no big deal, but it would just be really cool. So those are my content goals. My next section was personal goals. First thing that I want to do is create a consistent workout routine. I have started to notice myself put on a little bit of weight recently, and it's just kind of been a mental health, physical confidence stressor of mine, and I want to get that back in check, especially if I'm getting married next year. Like, I want to feel and look my best. So I want to create a consistent workout routine to, 1, keep myself in shape and be stronger, first of all, and secondly, so that I do feel, look, and all of the things my best whenever I am actually getting married next year. So that's the first thing that I want to do for personal goals. Secondly, I want to start journaling. I try journaling occasionally, but it just never sticks, and I want to try and make it stick a little bit more. So we're gonna see if I can make it like a daily habit or something next month to journal every day, or at least for a while until it's time for like full-on holiday stuff going on. But I do want to journal a little bit more. Those are the 2 personal goals that I have. I also have a couple of wedding related goals. The first one being I want to buy my wedding band this month, which is super exciting. It's just gonna sit in my jewelry chest until we get married, but I still want to buy it and just have it so that I don't have to worry about trying to find something last minute. My wedding ring is, or my engagement ring is a little bit odd shaped. I'm gonna try and show you this as easy as I can. Let me see if I can get this to focus here. So the center stone is an oval stone. I think it's like 2.5 carats, but it has these 2 side stones as well that are pear-shaped. I don't know the weight of them or anything, but because of the shape of them, it makes the actual ring very, very structurally sound, like it's very secure in there. It also has these tiny diamonds on both sides, so there's 6 of them, I think, these little itty bitty ones. It's on the back side too over here. So it's a very well constructed ring, which I really appreciate. My fiance did a great job in designing it. However, because of the side profile profile of it, you can see how it like flares out a little bit. I feel like putting something that's truly flush, like flat against this won't really work. I feel like it'll look kind of funny personally. So I want to try and find one that's like curved, or even like one of those jacket insert things that has it on like both sides of my ring. But I don't know exactly what the ratio of the curve and what it would look like on my hand looks like. So we're going to go ring shopping into a store next weekend, and I'm really, really excited about it. It's actually going to be happening when this video goes up, now that I think about it. But anyway, because I don't know exactly what it's going to look like, I don't think we're going to buy it immediately, which makes me believe that I'm probably going to end up buying it in December at some point. So that's why I put it on the list. But we are going to be going wedding ring shopping, and I'm super excited about it. My fiance isn't probably going to get anything. He wears a silicone ring that I gave him as like an engagement ring, and he probably will continue to wear that as his wedding band whenever he's at work, because he's not allowed to wear metal at work. He works in a very safety critical environment, so he's not going to be able to wear a metal ring anyway. So we're going to get him like a nice silver plated, like maybe $40 thing from Amazon, but it's not going to be like a Cartier or anything like that. So anyway, we're going to be going wedding band shopping next month, and I'm really excited about it. Next, I want to finish, or at least partially finish, our wedding website. I have started it. I've done 2 pages, I think. I've done like the page that is related to my wedding party, and I've done like our homepage, but I want to get the our story section finished before we start doing our like engagement photos and everything, because I want to be able to include all of this information on the save the dates, and like people can look through it and look at stuff. So I want to at least finish the our story page this month, because I basically booked everything that I need to book, so I don't have like a timeline for that, but I do want to finish our website this month, hopefully. So those are the wedding things. And then as for professional development slash job related stuff, I have applied to 15 jobs. We're gonna see how that goes. Hopefully the fact that it is the holidays will mean that people are going to be applying to stuff less, therefore I might be seen more. We're just gonna kind of use reverse psychology there, and hopefully something happens from it. But I want to apply to 15 more jobs, and then I also want to try and connect with at least 5 people on LinkedIn from those job postings that I apply to hopefully get my resume in front of a human instead of being just automatically rejected by some type of like AI bot tracker thing that like scans the resumes. So those are all of my goals. I think a lot of them are fairly achievable. They're just regarding consistency and things that I'm already doing, which is good, but there are some other new things as well that I feel like might be a little bit tricky. We'll just kind of have to see. So I feel pretty good about them. I feel like it's a good, well-rounded list, so we're gonna see what ends up happening. It is time for my monthly favorite section. I usually do this little segment right in front of my self-care cabinet here, and yes, I am wearing a different outfit, okay? It is the next day, and I ran out of time yesterday to continue filming, so we're just gonna continue today instead. It is what it is, but I wanted to show you guys a couple of things that I've been loving this month, and we're gonna start it off with a piece of clothing that I've been absolutely obsessed with. I got these pajamas in my last video. They're so cute. First of all, look at the pattern on them. At first I thought they were teddy bears, but they're not. They're actually croissants with like little bows on them. Aren't they the cutest thing you've ever seen in your whole life? I am obsessed. They are long sleeve, which is nice. It's kind of a cropped top, and then it also comes with a pair of shorts, and the shorts are really comfy too. They're not super duper like high-waisted or like really short, but they're short enough to be like, you know, comfortable. And the biggest plus of these is that they don't cause us to overheat in the bed, because he is a very warm sleeper. He sleeps in like shorts and a t-shirt all year round, and I personally love to be all comfy cozy with like my sweatpants and my hoodies and all of that. And this is a good meet in the middle because it does have long sleeves for wintertime, but we're not going to get super duper, you know, hot and overheated and stuff. So these have been a major success for sleeping purposes, and they're super warm, and I love how festive they are for the holidays. They're like subtly festive because they're literally croissants, but they are still really cute. So that has been my favorite piece of clothing that I have worn this month. Every month I like to talk about a self-care item that I've been loving, and this month has been very much like a cozy vanilla routine for my shower routine and stuff, but I've been layering on top of that this body oil from Le Monde Gourmand. This is Chai Spice. It's one of their limited edition ones that I got at Ulta, and let me tell you what, the formula of these, this is the first time that I've actually used Le Monde Gourmand's body oils, and they are so moisturizing. A little goes a long way, but it also smells so good. This is obviously the packaging and stuff. I love the packaging of it. It's so sleek and pretty, and I love how high quality the glass is too. It just feels really luxurious. This thing is gonna last me forever, so I'm really excited to continue to use this in December because I have a couple of routines that I feel like would go really, really nicely with this. Like I have a snickerdoodle routine that I wanna try and use after the things that I have in my shower are used up, and this would literally be amazing with it. So I'm excited to continue to use this, but I've been loving this for an extra layer of moisture whenever it gets colder outside. Next, I have a very random item, honestly. It's this cutie little capybara hand sanitizer holder that I got at Bath & Body Works for, I think, my fall shopping video. But he is so precious. I knew he was going to be my November hand sanitizer holder. I like to switch them out every month to just kind of, you know, keep it a little bit interesting on my bags and stuff. And this has been my November little hand sanitizer holder. I think he has sweater weather in him right now, which I feel like is very fitting. But he is so cute and precious. And I named him Maurice. I think it's very fitting. And I just wanted to mention it because I love him. And I think he's the most precious thing in the whole world. Kendall has a matching one and his name is Mort. So... we have Mort and Maurice. I think it's really funny. But yeah, this is Maurice, my little hand sanitizer holder, and he gives me a lot of serotonin every day whenever I use my purse. So just wanted to throw that out there and mention him because he has been like a monthly favorite of mine for sure. And then my last monthly favorite is actually going to be a book recommendation. I have loved reading recently, as I've told you already in this video, but I have read the most books consecutively in years and years and years because I've just loved it. And the book that kind of started this reading journey for me has been a book called The Spell Shop. I'm gonna come over here and make sure that my face is focused because my camera has problems with that for some reason, but I figured out a hack to make it not do that. So that's why I like reached over and like tapped my viewfinder. But anyways, it's called The Spell Shop, and then the second book in this duology is called The Enchanted Greenhouse. I read that in my reading vlog that I did a couple of weeks ago, so I'll have that video linked if you want to watch it. But it is so cute. It's such a feel-good read. It's kind of long, but honestly, I got through the book in like a day and a half. It was really, really, really fun to read. I don't really know how to describe it. It's definitely like a fantasy book, but it's not like a romantasy or anything like that. Like there is a little bit of romance involved, but it's not the main plot of the story. And what I like about it is it's a clean romance. Sometimes you're just not in the mood for spice. So that's all I'm gonna say on that topic, but the book was really, really cute. It had a very magical element, and magic was kind of the source of some of the conflicts, and it was like the main plot point. So I don't really know how else to describe it because I'm not really good at describing book plots and stuff, but it was so cute and I loved reading it so much, and it's made me really love fantasies. So I'm excited to pick up a couple of more fantasy books that are hopefully not super, you know, spicy, because I don't want to do something like Agatar or Fourth Wing because I feel like those are a little bit too intense for me, but I like myself a cutie little feel-good fantasy. So that definitely scratched that itch for me, and I loved that book so much, both of them, honestly. So anyways, those are all of my monthly favorites for this month. The last thing that I want to do is fill out my planner for the rest of the year. I use a physical planner instead of a digital one because I like to just feel the pages, use my pens, those kinds of things. I'm very much a traditional planner girl. So we're going to pull out my planner and do a little bit of planning for the next month. And then I think we are all reset for the rest of 2025. Fulfilled by this video, largely because I needed to do a lot of mental resetting. This month hasn't been the greatest mental month for me, so getting to actually like lay down the land, get prepped and motivated for the next month has meant so much to me, and my like brain space just feels lighter. It's gonna be such a great month. I just feel it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was very chatty and not very vloggy, but I hope you guys enjoyed it anyway. If you liked it, please leave a like. I'd really appreciate it. Subscribe down below for more from me. Comment down below your favorite Christmas themed emoji, because as this is being filmed and recorded, it is not even Thanksgiving yet, but by the time you're watching it, it will be after Thanksgiving. So it will be like literally officially Christmas mode. So comment down below your favorite Christmas emoji down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.